Hello, my name is Erin Melissa binti Muhammad Ashrani, and I am a Human Resource Management student. I am from class 2A, and my ID is 2025419168, and my lecturer is Encik Ahmad Nizam. So today I will be presenting a self-reflection organizational behavior individual assignment. Okay, what is organizational behavior? Based on my understanding, organizational behavior is the study of how people behave individually and in groups. I realized that OB is not only used in companies but also applies to my university life. For example, in a group assignment, every student has different attitudes and working styles, and understand these differences can improve teamwork. Okay, next to introduction to organizational behavior. One thing I learned from topic one is the importance of interpersonal skills. For example, during group assignments, I noticed that every member behave differently. Some students actively discuss ideas while others are quieter. So to make the quiet member interacts, I will ask their opinion on our discussion so that every member won't left out to give ideas and interact with each other. During group assignments, I noticed that some members prefer to complete tasks early while others tend to work close to deadlines. This shows that communication is significant to establish work breakdown members part of the assignment to ensure every member complete the task accordingly to the deadlines. These actions will prevent laziness behavior from affecting our assignment marks. And I observed that when our group communicated properly and divided tasks clearly, we complete our work more efficiently and achieve better results. So now we are moving on to attitude and job satisfaction. From topic 2, I learned that attitude influence behavior and performance. As a student, I noticed that when I enjoy a subject and find it interesting, I become more motivated to participate in class and finish assignment earlier. For example, I love to learn Mandarin subject so much, and I always participate the class early and giving my fullest attention to the lessons. I also often react and interact every time my lecturer gives questions. However, when I feel stressed and less interested, I sometimes delay completing tasks. This experience helped me understand how attitudes can influence satisfaction and performance. I feel more satisfied when my lecturer or teammates appreciate my effort. For example, when a lecturer gives a feedback like good, correct answer in my performance. I also feel motivated and confident when my teammates acknowledge my contribution in groups and agree with my ideas. And also, this made me realize that satisfaction is not only about grades, but also about feeling valued. And my attitude changes depending on my interest and enjoyment in the subject. I always felt uninterested in skillful facilitator course because I have to socialize with people for too long time. As an introvert, I like spending time and interact with people surrounding me, but not too much. This will drain me and I tend to get quiet. I would not talk to others and have some me time to recharge my energy. In my observation, I understand that recognition can increase motivation and positive environment can improve satisfaction, and lastly, supportive teamwork can create better results. So now we are in topic personality and values. Topic 3 help me understand personality and values. I would describe myself as a responsible and self-awareness because I always making sure my work is complete before deadline as my responsibility, and I always aware what is my deficiency and how to overcome it with suitable ways. For example, I usually panic when I had to stand before present in front of people, but I will smile and take a deep breath so that feelings will flew away. I also value respect, honesty, and responsibility because I believe these are important for building trust in teamwork. I noticed that during group assignments, different personalities can affect teamwork. Some students prefer leading discussion, while others prefer supporting roles. For example, I usually help organize tasks and monitor progress because I like keeping things organized and structured. Learning about personality and values help me understand and respect these differences. So now we are moving to perception and individual decision making topic. Topic 4 taught me that perception affects how we understand people and situations. As a student, I experienced situations where I judge classmates based on first impressions. For example, if a classmate stayed quiet during early group discussions, I sometimes assume that the person was not interested or would not contribute much. However, after working together, I discovered that some quiet students actually had useful ideas and contribute significantly to the assignment. My decision about study methods and group work as I'm sorry, my decision about study method and group work are affected by perception and experience. I also learned that decision making can be influenced by biases. For example, before examination, I sometimes choose study method based on previous experiences like memorize method, rather than considering possible alternatives. Um, Sometimes I continue using the same study methods because it worked before, even if may not be the most effective option for a different subject. I aware that I am a visual learner, so I must using correct method based on my cognitive learning preference, and so that I able to understand more effectively about the lessons. This experience showed that people often make decisions based on limited information rather than purely rational thinking. So now we are in last topic, which is motivation from concept to applications. Okay, topic 5 help me understand motivation and how it affects behavior. As a student, one of my motivations is achieving good academic result, so that I can get Anugerah Naik Chancellor, and preparing for my future career accordingly to my HR major. When I have clear goals, I become more focused and willing to put more effort into my studies. I noticed that motivation in my life comes from both internal and external factor. Internal motivation comes from my desire to improve myself and achieve my goals. As a self-aware person, I always seek my mistakes and learn how to make it better and improve in future. And for the external factor, motivation comes from encouragement from family, lecturers, and friends. For example, when lecturer give positive feedback or when I achieve good results, I feel more motivated to continue improving my performance. So finally, we are in summary for all those topics. And in conclusion, learning organizational behavior has helped me understand how human behavior influence actions and performance. I realized these concepts are not only relevant in organizations, but also in my life as a student. Understanding these topics helps me improve communication, teamwork, decision making, and motivation for my future development.